What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn here, back with another Sun and Moon update video. Now, yesterday, in case you missed it, Nintendo/Pokemon revealed a bunch of stuff at E3 Day 1, and I was actually out of the house for most of it. I had to catch up on all of it at night after the fact, so I didn't have a video or anything like that for you guys, but I still wanted to go ahead and make one of these update videos for Sun and Moon, because I know there's a lot of shady people that have been tweeting me and asking me my thoughts and my reactions on all of the good stuff that they revealed to us, so I want to go into that today, even though it's not the same day and it's not as hype as I normally like to make my videos, more information driven and my thoughts on things. Hopefully you guys can still enjoy it. If you do, please show some shady love, so that thumbs up down below. Don't forget to do that. And of course, as always with these videos, the most important thing you can do is join in the discussion in the comment section below. So don't forget to let me know what you think of my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. We can talk, have a cup of coffee or something like that, but let's get into it. So one of the first things that Pokemon revealed yesterday that was pretty hype. I'm probably going to be jumping around, going out of order a little bit, but just some information that you can see. Maybe not so much new Pokemon. They revealed 3 new Pokemon yesterday. We're not going to jump into that right away. The first thing we're going to talk about is the fact that they changed the interface, which you guys can see over next to me. It looks pretty cool on the bottom. It's not the 4 square that we know and love, so it's really different seeing that they kind of separated it, but it does make sense. Run is on the bottom of the screen, fight is on the right hand side, which I mean really doesn't matter, and then left has Pokemon and bag. So if you want to fight, there's no misclick in it, you're just gonna go all the way to the right, and you can see there's a little red arrow, which I'm assuming it defaults to that the same way that it would always default to fight. You can also see the Pokemon's little miniature sprites on the bottom screen, which I think is a pretty cool touch, but realistically the top screen is what I want to talk about. I've never really addressed it, but the little graphic behind your HP bar is really cool. I love the way the HP bar looks, like getting a little wider towards the top, a light green towards the bottom, going more towards the yellow, which makes sense because it goes green, yellow, red. Totally makes sense. I really like the shading of that. The whole interface looks really clean on top. The graphics look good. The shadowing of the Pokemon is really nice. You guys can see just from this screenshot, there's a lot of landscape, although I kind of wish there was a bit more attention to detail in the background, but this is still a handheld. There's really no reason to compare to a game like Pokemon or anything like that because it's a completely different console and what have you, but the game looks pretty. It looks like a tropical area, which makes a lot of sense because that's what Alola is. So the interface is very different. I really like the way it looks. It's pretty cool. Some little cool things that they did, which is really cool. The move list can bring up full details and tell you if the move will be effective, super effective, or not very effective on the opponent's Pokemon. So now when you go to check your moves, it'll check right there if the move's going to be super effective, and that's pretty useful for new players, and I think it breaks down the barrier a little bit to wanting to get into competitive battling. So I like that aspect of it. I do think it strips away a little bit of, like, for example, I always make mistakes. Like, I mean, chances are when I make my mistakes, I don't check my move summary anyway. I just like, oh yeah, of course, this is this typing, you're that typing, boom, we're good to go. I don't actually go and check my moves, but now it's going to be kind of a habit. Like, let me check my moves before I use it. So kind of takes away from the competitive aspect, but makes it easier to become a competitive player. Brings the game down a little bit, which is a good and bad thing. I think the pros and cons. Let me know, of course, in the comment section below what you think of that. The fact that you can always see if a move's super effective or not. I think that it levels the playing field and it makes players responsible for one less thing. So that's kind of a good thing in my eyes because it'll bring more players into the fray. Something else you can see, I really love this. You can now see how a stat has been altered via moves in battle. I love that. I absolutely love it. Especially, I don't know if they confirmed it or not, but if it's confirmed, let me know in the comment section below that if my opponent uses Swords Dance, I will know that they have +2 attack. I don't know if that's the case or if it's just, if I use Swords Dance, I'll see my attack now multiplied by 2 because normally that wouldn't be the case. I think that's what it actually means. I think it means the latter, not the former, but if it means the former, where the game will keep track of Smeargle Moody Boost, like my opponent's Smeargle Moody Boost, that'd be awesome for VGC. Otherwise, I think it's really just going to be for mine. And you know what? That's okay, because that's something that the player has to keep track of, not a big deal. But it would have been really cool, or will be really cool if that is the case. Let me know in the comment section below. I'm really unsure of that area, of that fact, if it's a fact or not. I really do like it though. So now let's get into some of the cool stuff. There's a couple other things that I will touch on, but let's jump into the new Pokemon, because I'm really excited for this. A new Pokemon called Young Goose. First of all, this is insane. Young Goose is probably the best. I was talking to my friends about it yesterday while I was at Aeon. Young Goose is probably the best name that they've come up with in such a long time. Young Goose. It's perfect. I love it. I mean, Litten is pretty high up there too, but Young Goose, because Young Shofu, Young Goose. Really cool Mongoose Pokemon. Love his grin, love his design. I think he's super solid. His ability is kind of wild. So he can have either Stakeout, the new ability, or Strong Jaw. Now, you all know what Strong Jaw does. Crunch, Ice Fangs, all that stuff, increasing the damage output. Stakeout is incredible. It is potentially my new favorite ability. I mean, I'm gonna keep saying that. I know I am because they're releasing really cool abilities so far. But Stakeout's a fact. This ability means that the Pokemon's move can deal twice the normal damage to any Pokemon that switches in or enters the field mid-battle. So, very important. This says that the Pokemon's move can deal. I don't know if that means there's a percent chance, like a 25% chance that on a switch in, Stakeout will trigger. I think that's a possibility, kind of like an effects score, maybe a 33% chance of it happening, or if it always will. If it always will, I haven't decided if I think it's broken yet. I'm not sure. I think it totally cripples Volt Turn, which I really, really like. I really like it because Volt Turn is my favorite form of battling because honestly, it's like the easiest form of battling in my opinion. At least in my experience, it's one of the easiest singles competitive play style to pick up and utilize really, really well. Switching to your wall is really easy. So Stakeout will punish that, and I like that. I really do because I don't want the game to become too easy, and that's an easy strategy. So I like that it's going to get punished. If it's just a chance, it's not as good, but it's still pretty interesting. It loses a lot of value in my opinion. But if it always deals double damage, I mean, red card Stakeout combos are going to be cute. Giving Stakeout to Pokemon in VGC, like using some role plays, could be really, really interesting. Forcing switches, there are definitely huge opportunities with this ability, and I really, really like it. And Young Goose is just a really cool looking Pokemon. So probably gonna be a Pokemon that only has one evolution, much like a lot of the normal starters, like not starters, you know what I mean, like starter area Pokemon found very early on in the game, such as Sentret. That's a prime example that I can think of. Or what's that Pokemon? Watchog. Watchog only has one pre-evolution. So I think does it even have a pre-evolution? I'm pretty sure. Oh my gosh, I sound like an idiot. But yes, let's go with Sentret. Let's just go with that because it makes the most sense. The next Pokemon that they revealed is Pikipek. I absolutely love Pikipek's design. This is the Pokemon that we saw way back when in Sun and Moon, when they had that one trailer and it was doodled and it had the orange hair and you saw the exoskeleton of it in the 3D model. This was that Pokemon, Pikipek. So Pikipek is the normal flying bird Pokemon. So it's our new bird Pokemon that we get every single generation. It's a really solid design. I like it. Looks tropical, but still looks like it could become something pretty tough. It does remind me of the Talonflame line because of the orange color and the fact that it could become something really, really powerful. And it looks like kind of frail in the beginning, much like most Pokemon. But Pikipek is normal flying. Its abilities are Keen Eye and Skill Link. It has 2 evolutions, and it's number 10 in the Alola deck. So it's the very first Pokemon after our starters, because 1 through 3, 4 through 7, etc., etc. Nope, 4 through 6. Yep, 7 through 9, and then Pikipek. So it has 2 evolutions. Really, really interesting with Skill Link because it makes me think, okay, so Fury Attack, Skill Link, that's really good for in-game. I really like that. Are they gonna release any multi-hitting flying type moves? Because there aren't none yet. I'm thinking something like Woodpeck, because it's literally a woodpecker, like it would go perfect with Skill Link, or maybe that's just the reason why it does have Skill Link is because woodpeckers do that nonstop. I feel like this is sign language for food or more. I think, no, this is more. So Pikipek, I really like, cool Pokemon. Nothing too crazy. It could be game breaking if you get some new exclusive moves that take advantage of Skill Link, but realistically, I think it's just gonna be a really cool in-game bird Pokemon that we have. The third Pokemon that they revealed, where is the third Pokemon? I see it, it's in front of me, it's a bug. Where is it, Grabug? Why wasn't it listed on my list of news? Grubbin! There it is, a new Pokemon has been revealed called Grubbin. It is a bug type and its ability is Swarm. So the only Pokemon to be revealed with just one ability in game, and it'll probably have a hidden ability, but looks all right. I'll be honest, it's definitely the least hype Pokemon for me. I'm not too keen on bug types except for like Scyther and Pinsir. They're like my favorite bug types, but I'm not crazy about Grubbin. He looks cool, don't get me wrong. Grubbin relies on his sturdy jaw as a weapon and in battle and is a tool for burrowing through the earth. Grubbin loves electricity, which is why it can be found near power plants and substations. Very interesting to note that. By wrapping tree branches in the sticky threads that it spews from its mouth, Grubbin can swing around like an actor on suspension wire. So that was the description given for Grubbin. Do I think he'll become bug electric? Yeah, because he likes to be around electric power plants. I don't know if anyone else has covered this, but I think that Grubbin will be bug electric. It's a larva Pokemon, like a lot of other larva Pokemon, has that look, but it'll be cool. I don't think we have any bug electric types. I feel like we do. Oh, Galvantula. I think it'll be another bug electric type, so it'll be interesting. I wonder if it'll be fast, maybe it'll be a slower, bulkier Pokemon, but bug Pokemon don't tend to be bulky often. More often than not, they are frail, and they are fast, and they hit hard, like Scolipede. So we'll see what Grubbin holds up, but overall, I'm really happy with the reveals. I didn't expect any new Pokemon leaked at E3. I don't know why. I didn't expect them to reveal anything. I just expected, I don't know. I had no expectation, so I'm pleasantly surprised with the 3 Pokemon that they've given us, especially Yungoos. In Japanese, it's Yangoose. I love that. The Japanese name of Pikipek is ridiculous. Really, really cool. Really cool description of Grubbin for sure. The fact that it could be electric. The Yungoos and Pikipek, you can find those descriptions on the Cerebi website. I'll link that in the description. They're probably on the Pokemon website too. I'll link both of them for sure. They both have some interesting things to say about those Pokemon. But with those Pokemon revealed, there was something else that was really, really big revealed. Battle Royale mode, which is essentially free-for-all mode. I'll give you a quick rundown on it. A battle mode called Battle Royale where 4 players play with 3 Pokemon, each sending out one at a time. It's a free-for-all battle, but when the first trainer loses all their Pokemon, the game ends, and players are tallied up by defeated Pokemon and remaining Pokemon that remain, and that determines the winner. So it's not exactly free-for-alls that we know it. I need to be very clear about that. It's not like last man standing. As soon as someone loses all of their Pokemon, the game ends. Now, I don't know why they decided to do it like that. I guess because they don't want someone just sitting there watching. They want like everyone to be involved with the battle as long as the battle's going on. So that's probably their thought process behind that. Kind of wish they didn't do that because I don't mind sitting in a free-for-all after I get knocked down and just look. But essentially, the more Pokemon you knock out and the more Pokemon you have surviving, you gain points. I'm assuming you'll gain 1 point per knockout and 1 point per remaining Pokemon. So if you're a player and say Jimmy, say me, Shady, Nips, and I am Shady. Shady, Nips, Shady Lady, and Cody are doing a free-for-all. I'm sorry, doing a battle royale. Nips loses all of his Pokemon. I killed 2 of them. Cody killed 1 of them, and Shady Lady killed none of them. Shady Lady lost no Pokemon. She gains 3 points because she had 0 KOs. Is this making any sense? Maybe this is unnecessary. 1 point. I'm assuming that's how the scoring is going to go. We'll get more information on that, I'm sure, but it makes sense that that's how it's going to be. Still, I'm really excited for it. It'll be a new series on the channel for sure, Battle Royale mode, whether it be with other content creators or shady people. Either way, you gotta, it encourages offense, which I do like, because in free-for-alls, you can often just sit there, I'm gonna protect, I'm gonna protect, I'm gonna protect, I'm gonna survive, I'm gonna survive, I'm gonna survive, and then I'm gonna go in. This encourages, hey, you wanna get some knockouts. You really wanna get some knockouts, and I really like that aspect of it, so really excited for that. Sun and Moon, really, I'm gonna say really some more. I'm just excited that they're introducing a brand new battle format, and the fact that it was inspired by the Pokemon community, in my opinion. Like Duncan Knee Deep was the first one to do free-for-alls. It spread around like hot fire, and then even the Pokemon company was like, you know, we gotta do something similar to this, but let's put our spin on it. And they put their spin on it, and I'm excited for it because it's more offensive free-for-alls. That's essentially how I'm gonna look at it. Really cool. The other thing that was revealed there was a clarification of Magearna's Soul Heart effect. It's basically it sounds like Moxie for special attack. This ability raises Magearna's special attack by 1 each time another Pokemon in the arena faints. So maybe she doesn't have to get the knockout, or Magearna doesn't have to get the knockout just whenever Pokemon faints. So if there's 4 Pokemon in the field and all 3 of them faint and she didn't kill any of them, maybe she didn't knock out any of them, she will go ahead and get a boost in special attack per Pokemon, which is kind of crazy. But it seems like it'll be an exclusive ability to Magearna. I was kind of hoping it was just Moxie special attack and it would get spread around to other Pokemon, because that would be really, really cool if they could just have a special attack for Moxie. I think it'd be awesome. I'd love that. But maybe, I mean, there's still time. There could be new abilities revealed. They've already revealed like 3 or 4 new abilities. Really love that. That's what they need to do, in my opinion, at Sun and Moon to really help the game, is new abilities, new moves. Like new Pokemon, of course, because those come with that, but we really need new abilities and new moves to shape the meta. And that's what I'm hoping they do. And they're doing a lot of it. There's a couple of other little things here where there's a festival in the next town after you start your journey. How has a Pichu, and that's where you battle him. Poplio can know disarming voice. Potential water fairy starter. We might be getting our water fairy Pokemon. That's what I'm thinking, because it knows disarming voice, and that's a fairy type move. So we'll see what happens. That's pretty much all the news. There wasn't anything else that got me going super hard. One other thing, Solgaleo and Lunala, when they do their signature moves, they have alternate forms, or alternate phases, the Radiant Sun phase and the Full Moon phase. No information on that yet besides that. We don't know whether it increases stats, if it makes them faster, slower, bulkier. We have no idea, so I didn't really want to touch on it too much. If you want to find out any other news, check out the link in the description, but that's what really got me going. Let me know what got you going in the comment section below. I'm going to get the heck out of here because actually Treehouse Live is starting soon, and I kind of know what's going on over there, so I want to check it out. I love you so much. I'm going to get the heck out of here. Have yourselves a good day, but above all else, keep it shady.